himself fit through karma yoga, which karma yoga means karma yoga which has led to jnana, knowledge, and vairagya. Such a person is called a yoga root, and for a yoga root, the only sadhana is shama. Shama means quietude of the mind. Yogarudhasya tasyeva shamak karanam uchyate. Once we have become fit for meditation, then the only sadhana for us is to make the mind as quiet as possible. Shama means quietude of the mind. Mind becomes quiet when it is not disturbed by desires. Desires don't disturb when we have vairagya. We have vairagya when we have understanding that Atma is the very source of all happiness, and this world which we see is anatma, constantly changing and just an illusion. This knowledge we get when we study the scriptures and meditate and contemplate on it. We become fit to study the scriptures when we have jidnyasa in us, thirst for knowledge. This thirst for knowledge comes in us when we follow the path of karma yoga and make the mind relatively pure, free from lot of other distraction. Because a person who has got lot of desires in his or her mind is not fit for knowledge. Why? Because he is not available. See, even in pravachan and all, sometimes people get tired or distracted, go here and there, because the jidnyasa is missing, not available. Mind is not interested. Mind is interested in something else, and here we are talking about Atma and mind is looking somewhere else. Is not interested. Why? Because it has got more attraction toward the world, more attraction to fulfill certain desires. But when a person becomes fit through karma yoga, mind becomes relatively quiet and peaceful, and the understanding of the self has also taken place. Such a person, yoga road, then the only sadhana is meditation. Like Gautam Buddha, after becoming free of all attachment and free from all desires and all, then he sat on that final stage. Meditation is not something you do every day. It is something a state which one reaches once. So after one is ready, he was ready and he just dropped all attachment, and in that state came to recognize his own self. So yoga rudhasya tasyeva shamak karanam uchyate. Tasyeva means that person alone. Which person? Who has followed the path of karma yoga, not anyone else. These are very important points actually. Because not understanding this properly, we get misguided and distracted in our spiritual journey also. Lot of things are there and we get distracted. So these are very important to understand and to remember also. Now after telling this, a question comes that okay, I am following the path of karma yoga very sincerely. I am also following the path of knowledge. In Shravana I am listening, I am contemplating on the scriptures, I am trying to understand what they say about the self. How do I know that now I am ready for meditation? What are the signs that yes, I am ready? Are you ready? Yeah. What are the signs that I am ready for meditation? See, it's like a different journey. Like last time I think I gave example of the plane taking off. That plane, the one who is driving, I don't know what it is called, flying the plane, pilot. He looks at all this and sees whether when they run on that runway, he sees whether it has reached the desired speed, then only automatically the plane takes off. Just little effort, the nose is put up and the plane takes off. If that desired speed is not reached, that plane will go into the whatever, the wall. It cannot take off. People will start wondering, ये plane हमारे पड़ोस में क्या कर रहा है? It was supposed to be in the sky. They will say, no, I am meditating. Similarly, a person who is not ready, he will not take off. He will be just in the somewhere on the ground only, but thinking that he has taken off. There are no turbulence. Very nice. But he is still on the ground only. On the ground also no turbulence. So so how do I know? What are the signs that I have become fit, qualified for meditation? A very important verse. Next verse gives us the sign. If we don't have this sign, we have to follow the previous step. So let us read. Yada hinendriyartheshu na karmasvanusajjate sarva sankalpa sanyasi yogarudhastadochyate yada hinendriyartheshu na karmasvanusajjate sarva sankalpa sanyasi yogarudhastadochyate. Such a person is called yogarud. He has mounted the state of meditation. He is as though sitting on the seat of meditation, ready to take off. Who? One who has developed this qualification of the mind. What? Yadahi na indriyartheshu na karmasu anushajjate. When he is not attached. See, the qualification is detachment only. When we are not attached to what? Indriyartheshu, the object of the senses. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. The 5 objects of the senses, they keep on attracting us. We have great desire to see, hear, taste, touch. So when these sense objects no longer have any attraction for me, when I am not attracted toward the sense objects at all, na indriyartheshu anushajjate. There is no attachment to the sense object. And ta karmasu anushajjate, and there is no attachment for karma, action. See, when we have desire, in order to fulfill those desires, we have to perform action. There are 2 things. One is about if we want to attain something, we have to perform action. But if we want to attain what we already have, we have to gain knowledge. Atma is not something which we don't have and we have to perform action to attain it. It is already there. So what is required? Knowledge is required, not action. Not going somewhere, but being where we are and recognizing who we are is required. But when we have desires, they are always regarding something which we don't have, which is about the world, and to fulfill those desires, we need action. So whenever we are attached to action, it is a sign that some desires are there, pressing desires are there, which forces a person to act. we may give lot of justification and rationalization for our action. And it might be there from a relative or from the worldly standpoint. But if a person wants to finally go on the stage of meditation, should become free of all attachment to action. It is important. Because meditation is not an action. Meditation is a state of being, state of realization. It's not an action. So, when we become free of attachment to action, when a person becomes free from attachment to the objects of senses, and sarva sankalpa sanyasi, when a person is able to drop all desires from the mind, when becomes free of all, is able to drop all desires from the mind, including desire for moksha also is dropped. All desires are dropped. No more desire, because desire is a sign of ignorance. Desire is a sign that I want to go somewhere, reach somewhere, attain something other than the self. In order to attain the self, I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to go in any other time, because I am here and now. I don't have to go in other time or other space or in other object. So, total ability to drop all desires, ability to become free of all attachment to actions, and freedom from all sense objects. When one has reached this stage, Bhagavan says he has become fit for meditation. It's a big qualification. It's a big qualification. Many times we go for meditation camps and all. What are the qualifications? Apna camp fee de do. That is qualification. And follow all the, what you call, discipline there. But here Bhagavan says those things, you might go to the meditation camp, you might sit among other meditators. Let us say you are the only one there and surrounded by a lot of Buddhas and all. That will also not help us to attain the state of meditation. I will open my eyes and disturb them unnecessarily. So this is a most beautiful thing, and we have to work towards gaining this qualification. And as much as we gain this qualification, we will be able to go deeper into the state of meditation. So, na indriyartheshu, na karmasu anushajyate. One is not attached to the objects of senses. Means, if I close my eyes, the sound of the world will not attract me. The sight of this world will not attract me. The fragrance of the world or the touch of the world has got no attraction. Means my mind or my thoughts or my intellect will not forcefully go there. That is called detachment. Detachment doesn't mean I have hatred for the world. Detachment doesn't mean that I start talking against the world or something. Detachment means that that object no longer has got that power to attract. It's like the magnet. When iron piece is there, that it gets attracted toward the magnet. The magnet has got the power to attract. Everything seems to come there. But suppose that magnet loses its magnetism, then even if it is there, all the objects are there, even if it is kept very close, it will not touch it. It will not get attached to it. Similarly, a person who has lost his magnetism, is, take it properly, means one who has become free of the attraction for the world. Because the most attractive in this whole world is our own self. Therefore, that self is called Krishna. Krishna means one who attracts everyone. But unfortunately, we are not paying attention to Krishna.